the show with your friend and mine. So tell me, Doctor Squee, who's it gonna be this time? We like to hear you talk, but we love to hear you listen. And if you are not subscribed, you won't know what you're missing. So welcome to the Doctor Squee Show. Welcome to the Doctor Squee Show. Welcome to the Doctor Squee Show. Headphones up. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to the Doctor Squee Show. I'm Doctor Squee and this is my show in the newly decorated office. Ooh. Tonight, I couldn't be more pleased to be welcoming another SW20 presenter. He's actually my lead into this show. So he is, like, as you hear this on the radio, he is running from his studio to join me online right now. And it's not pre-recorded at all whatsoever. Although if you've got any questions on the video version, it is pre-recorded in every sense of the word. So I'll get to them later. Please welcome to the Doctor Squee Show from the New Music Hour XL, which is 2 hours long. Please welcome Lewis Fagg. How are you doing, Lewis?
Good evening. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for the lovely introduction and for remembering the XL as well. That's very important.
Yeah, it's the New Music Hour XL as opposed to New Music 2 Hour, which I would have gone with. But
yeah, that was a work in progress and it's just stuck for now.
Actually, you know what? I actually quite like your version. I'm so contrary. That pleases me no end.
I know. Hello everybody. Hope you're well.
Yep, it's lovely to see you, my friend. Now, I'm sensing from your accent, you might not originally be from Wales. I don't know how I feel about Englishmen interfering with SW20 radio. I mean, you never catch me doing such a thing.
Oh, I know. I feel like we're the odd ones out, ready to be lynched.
I know, between you, me, and RT. I mean, you know, we're gathering our forces, like to get massacred still by the Welsh, but that's not the point.
Yeah, they'll be outnumbered soon, but you know, that's how it is.
Shh, we're not going to say that part of the plan. I mean, that part of what you're saying, of course.
No.
Lewis, you actually came to Wales following romance.
I did. Romance drew me here, couldn't keep me away. It was a long distance romance for 3 years, I believe. So the time came for one of us to make the 3 hour move, and it was me, obviously, which is absolutely fine. I love living in Wales and in Cardiff. It's really good. That's
awesome. Please give a shout out to your partner.
Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Josh. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you guys both at the barbecue, which we had last year up there in Wales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a long time ago. It does feel like a long time ago as well, I have to say.
Time hasn't meant anything since the pandemic, as far as I'm concerned.
No, you are right there.
Yeah. Tell us about the New Music Hour. So how did the idea start? How did you get to know the people behind the station? How did it come about for yourself?
Oh, this is the bit where I sell my show. Okay, so new music is my passion, I would say. I like all types of music, and if it wasn't new music, my other main passion, my genre of music that I know the most about is probably like the mid-noughties kind of nostalgic era, because that was me growing up. But yeah, new music is my passion. I love discovering new artists, finding out about them, bringing them to the airwaves as well. And in terms of joining SW20, I did host a local radio station, a show maybe about 10 years ago, and I did that for a couple of years. And then I kind of fell out of love with it a little bit because it just got a bit much the planning, because it wasn't live. So it was a lot of editing and pre-recording. So I just felt like I had enough, but I decided to get back into it. So just dropped the guys an email and they were well up for me joining, which was much easier than I thought. So yeah, that's how it started. And I absolutely love it now.
Yeah, and sir, near the beginning of that answer, you wound me by referring to the mid-noughties as nostalgic. Like, for me, nostalgic is the 80s.
I know.
You just came on to make me feel old, really, didn't you? So, sir, you said about new music, like, is it just like something that you just follow? Is it, how do you keep so up to date with the latest tunes every week?
Sometimes it is quite a struggle sometimes, I have to admit, because nowadays in the streaming era there is so much new music. It's constant all the time, But to be honest, I do have my finger on the pulse anyway, just from social media following artists. Otherwise, Spotify is really good for new music playlists, and that is how I kind of dig out most of the tracks that I play. But it is quite difficult to keep on top of it sometimes. But yeah, I don't mind when it's my passion because I do love finding new stuff. So yeah, it's all good.
That's great. And what are the bands which are the hot follows for you at the moment?
Oh, let's see. My hot shot on the show this week was Fred again, who's a really good English producer. He's really good. He kind of straddles the genre between electronic dance as well, but a little bit indie as well, I suppose. Also, Zara Larsson is one of my favourite pop girls at the moment, as well as Kim Petras. Played her a lot as well. So they're my kind of few top tips at the moment, I would say.
And what was the first thing? So you mentioned it was the mid-noughties is your original era of music for yourself. What was it which of first interested you in music? Well, did your parents play a lot of music in the house? Was it always about you?
I do vaguely remember. I do remember them playing music in the house. Growing up, I think me and my brother used to bounce on the bed to music, and I do remember one of the tracks was Nelly Furtado, "I'm Like a Bird." So bouncing up on the bed, that fit quite well with that. But yeah, I just feel like music got really kind of experimental. Well, I thought it was anyway when I was growing up, around like the early 2000s when Girls Aloud came through, Sugar Babes. That was kind of my my formative years. They influenced me a lot, especially as a gay man. They were definitely my ones to watch. And I used to absolutely love girl bands, so that was me.
I wasn't going to say it. Look, you may draw the parallel between a lot of gay gentlemen listening to the Sugar Babes. I would not. Just in case. I'm glad you said it. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'll stay in my lane. But yeah, you must be so excited. Sugar Babes just reformed. Did you get to see them on their tour last year?
I did. Yeah, we saw them in. Me and Josh, we went to see them in Cardiff, and we queued quite early because we were so eager to get there. And much to our surprise, we didn't queue that early, but there was no queue when we got there, so we were front row at the Motorpoint Arena, and it was absolutely amazing. And they're also playing at the O2 in, I think it's September, so we've got tickets to go to that one night at the O2. That'll be amazing. I just really want new music from them now. So they're probably my most played artist even nowadays. Like last year, they're probably my most played for the whole year, but I just need new music now. That'll complete me.
I mean, it's the craziest journey that the band The Sugar Babes went on, because it finished with literally a completely different lineup to what it started with in their original run. Did you follow it all the way through? Do you have a favorite era of The Sugar Babes?
I did follow it all the way through because they did still have some bops at the end, even without any members there. But my era was the 2.0 with Keisha, Mutia, and Heidi. That was the kind of imperial phase. I remember when they were just everywhere, and I absolutely ate it up, and I still love the albums that they did now.
With it's Siobhan, who was the original member.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I know one thing about new music, and only because it comes from like 20 years ago or whatever it was. But it was kind of so interesting because she was actually only in the band for the first album, and I'm sure for years before they became famous. But it's kind of crazy that she's now back with them, and it would be really interesting to hear what new music they do come up with, because they did go progressively more dancey as it went on. Whereas if you listen to that first album, it's actually got a little more kind of an indie dance feel to it.
Oh yeah, and that first album still holds up so well even nowadays. But she seems to have fitted right back in, and she sounds really good on obviously the tracks that she didn't sing when they were released. So they definitely seem like one unit now. I think there was probably a bit of infighting going on that happened later on, but they definitely seem, obviously now they're back in the original incarnation, they do seem back to their top.
Excellent. And are there any other gigs that you've seen that you want to shout out, and any new artists that we should be any particular new artists we should be looking out for, not just new music?
Where do I start? I have been to quite a lot of gigs, actually. The most recent ones, Dua Lipa. She's probably my ultimate at the moment. I saw her twice last year. She was amazing both times.
Amazing performance.
I hear that she might be gearing up to release new stuff this year, I hope. So yeah, definitely her. I would really like to see Ray, who's got a new album out quite recent after struggling with her record label. She's gone independent, and now she's having really massive success, which is really good to see. I'd love to see her live.
Always good
and
for
there's a
indie,
couple of
directories.
festivals always good as well. There's a couple of festivals in the summer that we're going to, one of which is called the Mighty Hoopla, and that's honestly to our target demographic. It's loads of noughties acts like Lisa Scott-Lee, Khalees is going to be there, Jamelia, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. So that's in the summer, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be really good as well.
Oh yeah, I'm home to see Sophie Ellis-Bextor's coming too. There's a thing which shows around the country called the I think it's not Fizz Festival, that's the other one, but it's Foodies Festival. And they've they book loads of bands as they go through, and they've got Sophie Ellis-Bextor, I think, on kind of quite a few legs of the tour, but she's coming to Winchester, not too far from me, so I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, she's just timeless, Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Not
after
only
all these years.
But how genius was it to do those kitchen discos during lockdown? And she just did it out of the sense of fun. And then being able to spin that into something which keeps going afterwards, I think is really amazing.
I definitely feel like her career's had second wind from that. She was really lucky with that, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I know it's Pikachu behind me, which does make me think, like, as well as the music, if there was another kind of type of radio show you were going to do, is it going to be like, would it be Pokemon? What would the hook be for your other show if you had one?
No, it would, because I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan really. This is Josh. That's Josh doing that. He loves it. For me, it would probably be maybe a pop culture discussion show. I do like a bit of pop culture, and I like to keep up to date later.
Yeah. So what are your hot pop culture recommendations at the moment?
At the moment, let's see. There's lots there is lots that I know about, but there's a lot I don't know about. Like Happy Valley, that's really pop culture phenomenon at the moment. Obviously now it's finished. Also, Ariana DeBose did a performance at the BAFTAs the other week, which was really camp and hilarious, and that kind of went viral. That's amazing. And there's a little bit of beef going on the interweb with Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber regarding Justin. I don't quite know what that's about, but that seems a bit interesting at the moment.
Weren't they doing that like a year ago? And then didn't they make up at some point, and are they at it again?
Oh, probably. I think it's endless. and then I read recently that they were in a throuple together, but now they've fallen out. So I can't keep up with it. It's very juicy. So yeah. I know.
Anyway, I'm not going to start on Justin Bieber. Yeah. How do you sit on Justin Bieber? Not like that.
I don't know. His music's okay. He's a bit problematic, so I'm not too invested at all. I don't care for him really. Okay,
good man. I just realized, like, even though he's been going a while now, like he still does quantify his new music, so I didn't want to tread on any toes there.
If he brought a good song out, I probably would play it though. Having said that, yeah.
And you mentioned the Brits before, so do you follow all the awards? Because we're about to be, well, okay, it's film award ceremony, but we're about to go into ceremony season.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like films, and me and Josh do go to cinema quite often. So we are quite up to date with that. I like looking at the outfits as well. When you see the paparazzi pictures on Twitter and that, I like to see what they're wearing and stuff like that. Just the glitz and glam. I do like to keep up with it. Yeah.
Nice. So in a minute, we're going to play the name rhyme game, which I never bothered actually properly naming, which is ironic given that it's about name rhyming. But anyway, we will never mind that.
No, I like it like that.
Before we do, what I thought we'd do this week, because I usually ask my guest if they want to nominate a song, but the other week I had someone who did this podcast about playlists, so he gave me a playlist for the show. Would you like to cultivate the music for this episode of the Doctor Squee Show?
I can't say no to that.
I mean, come on. Like, when else am I going to get new music on here, like, other than stuff that people recommend to me?
Well, there you go. I can't.
I do try and pepper them in, but I'm not that good at it. Like, I'll be honest with you. I don't have that.
I'm the man for that. I'm the man for that.
Awesome. If you can send me just like a list of 12 tracks that you'd recommend from new music, like ideally all stuff from this year would be awesome.
Absolutely. That'd be a struggle to fit it down to 12, but I'll do my best.
Well, you see, but this is the beauty of it. When people are listening to this on the radio, they've just had 3 hours of new music. Come on.
I know. They can't ask for more than that.
Awesome. So we're going to go over to the game now. So the rules are the rules actually very simple, but I always butcher trying to explain them. So let's see how this goes. Basically, every sentence is going to start off with Lewis Fagg is, and then you have to complete the sentence with a rhyme for your name based on a clue I give you.
Okay.
So if I said you were hanging out with a witch, like Lewis Fagg is hanging out with a hag. Like that's a very rough version. Yes. That isn't the best clue, but it just gives you an idea of how this works.
I was actually had that in my brain ready to say. That's what rhymed. Yeah.
Excellent. So I managed to actually explain the rules to someone successfully. I think this may be a first here. So I used to get like a time for 2 minutes, but then I realized it was much more fun to just torture you guys until you get them all. So, and I've had a little bit of fun with this one. The last one, there might be some bonus points, but I'll explain it when we get there.
Okay.
Are you ready, sir?
More than ever.
Excellent. And we're a go. So you are have on you a something which goes over your shoulder that you might wear or might have a backpack style.
Lewis Fagg is wearing a bag.
There you go. You've just been to America. You've come back. You don't know what the time is.
Lewis Fagg is suffering from jet lag.
Awesome. Oh God, you've hit a slight bump in the road. Metaphorically, there's been a slight.
Lewis Fagg has hit a snag.
Yep. Oh, you're being a naughty boy.
Oh, Lewis Fagg is being a swag.
Without yes.
A wag.
Yeah, Lewis Fagg is being a wag. There you go.
Okay.
It's Pride Month, so you have out the thing which you put on a building and you wave it.
Lewis Fagg is waving a flag.
There you go. I even gave you waving.
Yeah.
You're telling a joke.
Lewis Fagg is cracking something to do with cracking a.
Yeah.
Ooh, what? Cracking a. Cracking a gag.
There you go. You've just gone to an award ceremony and you've been given a goodie bag. It's the one you said before.
Lewis Fagg has been given a bag of swag.
I like it. You get extra points for getting the extra rhyme there. You are getting the information from a publication which is released weekly or monthly.
Lewis Fagg is reading a mag.
There you are. You're getting married to your partner, and it is the party which you had prior to that.
Yes, Lewis Fagg is having a stag.
Yep. Right, and this is a triple one, so you can get 3 points in one here. Not that the points matter in any way, shape, or form, but you are ingesting a bit of a cigarette while playing the American word for it.
Lewis Fagg is smoking while playing tag.
So the tag's right, but you're having a one puff might be called a.
Lewis Fagg is having a toke while playing tag.
No, it rhymes with it's the ag rhyme. You're having
that one as well. Oh, okay, I've got it. Lewis Fagg is having a drag while playing tag.
On a, like, you're having a drag on a, what's another word for a cigarette which happens to be your surname?
A drag on a fag while playing tag.
Lewis, yeah. Go on, put it all together. Come on.
Lewis Fagg is having a drag on a fag while playing tag.
We got there! Triple points.
Yay.
So I think because I like you had your own bonus there. You just threw in an extra rhyme just for kicks, and you got that triple at the end. I think we have a new leader.
Boom. Well, I thought I'd add to the story of it as well, instead of just saying the word, you know.
Also, look, I don't mean to say that just between you and me, Lewis. The men are kicking the women's ass on this. I'm just saying, like when we got some more female presenters on, you gotta win. I'm just saying.
On International Women's Day as well.
Oh, look, you said that again. You said that, not me. This is an important part for all those fantastic women listening out there.
Yes,
Probably not the best
amen.
day to bring it up. All right, you got a point. Thank you very much, Lewis, and Pikachu behind you for joining me tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, that way. You're more than welcome. Thank you. I enjoyed that game a lot. Yeah.
And remind us all, of course, where can they hear the new music hour or 2-hour new music hour XL, which they'll have heard just before this, so they know anyway. But let's plug it all the same.
Yes. So you can hear it every Tuesday from 4 till 6 with the essential edit of the week's best new music. It's really good.
Excellent. So it sees you through that last hour of work for a lot of people and then into your drive home. Can't say fairer.
Exactly. It's amazing.
Lewis, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've been Dr. Squee. That was my show. In a world where you can be truly anything, please be kind. And a little bonus content before I cut the recording. Sir, would you be able to just give me a little bumper for the radio show?
Yeah, of course. What do you need me to...
It's Lewis Fagg from the New Music Hour XL, and you're driving home with the doc on the Doctor Squee show.
Okay, yeah. This is Lewis Fagg from the New Music Hour XL on SW20 Radio. You're driving home with the doc on the Doctor Squee show.
Perfect. That will be in the next.